This is Android Basics, in which we bring you up to date on the things that you should know to use your Android phone.
And we mentioned already that QPR 3 Beta 1 is available. A link to sign up for that will be in the show notes. Do we know anything about that yet, Warren? Anything been revealed? Have you installed it? Oh, no, you haven't yet, have you? Oh, you have. You have installed it. You're just waiting to see if you get rolled back again.
Indeed, Ed, I have installed that QPR 3 Beta 1. And for some reason, as I mentioned at the beginning about the QPR 2 final release, that wasn't in there for the Pixel 6 series. But for some odd reason, on Wednesday, the 15th, when Google pushed out this QPR 3 Beta 1, it showed up for the Pixel 6. So I let it installed. And so I don't know what is going to happen when it comes time for them to actually push the QPR 2. Now, talking about the QPR 3, though, here's some of the things that we find. And like I said earlier on, this gives you a preview of what is coming in June. And more are going to be added, but at least gives you an idea of what is going to be coming with the QPR 3 drop in June. And so if you're a part of the beta rolled out on the 15th, like I said. And so some of the things that we're seeing here is the animation. The first thing, and sighted people like those animations, has to do with the animations. For instance, when you swipe up to go to all apps, and this happens when you're using your navigational gesture, when you swipe up to go to all apps or the App Store, what you notice, the animation is that usually the search field shows up first before the keyboard shows up, but they fix that to where they show up at the same time simultaneously. So that has been fixed in this QPR 3 Beta 1, and that's the change that we see there. The second one is the transient taskbar, and I'm talking about foldables and tablets. And in order to be able to use this, though, one would have to be using the gesture navigation. And this, though, requires the use of that gesture system navigation if you want to be able to use it. So in other words, you need to go into your system and make sure you're not using the 3-button navigation. That's when you're going to be able to see that transient thing working. And to enable it, though, it has to be through the developer mode. And right now it's not active, but the XDA guy that likes to go into all of these things, Mr. Mishal Rahman, has shown this, and we will put in the Twitter URL there in our show notes so you can see it if you want to be able to see how it works for the foldables and the tablets.
I think it's very interesting that this QPR is scheduled to be released in June, and that's also when it's rumored that Google will be releasing both the Pixel Fold and the Pixel tablet. So just in time for those devices is when these features are going to be added. Makes perfect sense.
That's a very good observation, John, because the rumor has it that the Pixel Fold may be coming in June. So there's no better time than having this thing drop in June. So Google I/O is coming out in May. And then, of course, these things are not going to start shipping till June. So perfect time for those things to have it. So if you're looking forward to having or buying the Pixel Fold, maybe, John, are you going to be getting the Pixel phone, Fold phone, so we can unbox it?
Of course he is.
Well,
If not, I think
have
I
to
would
do
get
it.
it.
I have to do
Okay.
it for the good of the podcast, you know.
Yeah, so I thought you might do it, and if you don't, I would, and then send it back home to Mama, after a few weeks of playing with it or whatever. Because I'm not into the Fold, to be honest. But if there's anything that kind of makes me like it, it's like if I'm getting mad at someone, I want to hang up, I just want to just slam that thing and call over, you know.
But you won't be able to do that on the Fold because it's a tablet style one. So I don't
I
think
gotta
if you
fold
close
it
it and
over.
hang it up, yeah.
It wouldn't let me fold it over to end the call.
I don't think so. You could do it for dramatic effect, but you'd still have to double tap with two fingers after
Ah,
you closed it.
that's bad. Because I tell you, that was the thing I liked about the flip. You know, someone giving you a bad time, you just slap that thing down. Bye bye, baby. Oh my goodness.
Uh, does QPR3 Beta 1 fix that really big bug on the pixels, though? You know the one I mean? It's
I
that
don't
bug
know,
where it's supposed to
yeah.
be a good phone and it really isn't. Like, have they fixed that in this QPR beta 3 Beta 1?
Oh, that can never be fixed.
Well, I feared you'd say that.
uh, uh, guys, don't worry. Don't listen to Ed. Uh, he's just a knucklehead. Let's talk about the next item, right? For the QPR that's coming up in June, the QPR3 the beta. The next item, though, here has to do with the wallpaper. And again, this is for people who can see. So during the preview mode, you can see the whole background, and thus you can see if this is what I want to use, then you choose it. If not, move on to the next one. So that's the one thing that is coming to this one is showing up here in this beta 1. The other one has to do with, you know how it is that when you long press on an item, you see the we have things like things like shortcut info and things like that. Now they're going to be like in boxes, and I think that's probably going to be better because it gives you more information and stuff, and you can just click on it to expand it and go into it and all of that. So that's part of what is going to be coming in with this other one. So besides that, this is just the first one. So there may be some other ones because we'll have, April, May, and then, June, and now and then they do little increments before that. Look forward to that. If you are in the beta, you can keep an eye out on those for those ones. But like I said, once you enroll in these things, though, you can always unenroll. For example, if you got the feature drop and you are part of the beta and you don't want to be part of it anymore, then you unenroll before the next one comes through. Because if you don't, then if you unenroll after that, then it's going to be erasing or deleting your stuff and wiping your stuff. So you want to unenroll if you don't want to be part of the beta.
And just for clarification, this QPR3 actually is the final QPR3 or QPR. Even though they're released quarterly, there's only 3 because obviously in September is when the next version of Android will drop. So this is kind of finishing all the features that they're going to be adding to Android 13. They'll release that in June, and then of course after that, it's all looking forward towards Android 14.
So I think that will do it, though, for us for the QPR3. And I think that's all that we have. There are a lot of other minor changes in there, but these are the most important ones.
Thanks, Warren.